Hi, this is Dave Johnson, and we're looking at a chart of the December contract on the Emini S&P. It's a 2-minute chart. Today is Friday, October the 21st. We've been filled short here at 21, 26, 25, and we were filled. Sorry, I'm a little bit late in getting this video going, but I'll bring over the chart that I was monitoring, which got me into this trade. This is the overnight session only, and it's a 3-minute chart. And very late in the overnight session, you can see right here, get an arrow here, you can see that we had a good wave of selling starting right here with this magenta bar, one time frame selling all the way down to here. And so natural resistance was the top here of this high velocity move, which is this vertical rectangle right in here, shaded area. Including the magenta bar. So I have put in a sell limit up here to there, and I put another one to sell to up here. So we got filled on this one at 2026, and you can see here. So as soon as the market opened in the regular trading hours, that's when it got filled, and then it's come off a bit. So that's really what we're looking at here on this, and I'm going to go ahead and I've been talking through this, but I need to put in a break-even stop, so I'll just put that in there. We may get stopped on this or whatever, but it has moved down, and it looks like it wants to continue because we had originally some support just about in this area, right at which was yesterday's low at 26.75. So that's where we actually ended up by getting short here. So we've got a break-even stop in, and we'll just see how it unfolds. But really, the next level down of kind of any significance is around the 21.17 area or so. So that's almost 10 points. So we're just going to let this trade sort of unfold. And I think what I will do is I'm going to take this off now, this other sell limit. If the market had continued hard when it first got filled, it would have been good, would have just stayed with it. But now that this has been filled and it's come off in our direction, I just go ahead and leave that alone, because obviously I've got a buy stop in there, and I don't really want to be selling it higher at this point. So now our next level down here, as I said, was in the 17 area. So let's see, it's, well, let me just get that number exactly what it is. It's this week's low, actually, and this week's low is at 17.75. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a line in there at 17.75 right here. So 17.75, that's this week's low. So, sorry, I meant to use a ray on that, so let me get that ray happening. 17.75 right here. So there's our low on that. So if we were to break down below here from roughly 17 to, or from 27 to 17, that's 10 points. So if we were to put an objective in here about halfway, about 5 points, so 5 above 18 would be around 23. So let's see. Short from here, so 26.75, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it would be right about here. I'm going to go ahead and put in a buy limit to buy one about halfway down. So that's at 21.75. We're short from 26.75. Yeah, that makes that's halfway. So we do have a, now we just got a, now this is good to see. I mean, obviously we want to see some selling in here, and we do have some pretty good selling. You can see this magenta bar. So usually at this time of the day when it first gets going, it's pretty volatile. That magenta bar right here is our strongest level of aggression. So we're going to want to monitor that to see if we can get some follow through. Now it has dipped down and obviously found some buying, so we're getting a bit of a bounce here. So I mean, we could very well get stopped, but really trying to play this for a little bit of a longer kind of time frame. And now that we've got a break-even stop in there, we'll just, my attitude on this trade is, we're only in it with 2 contracts, so I'm just, if it's break-even, it's break-even. If we can make 5 on it, that's great. But really, the next objective being down there at 17, I want to give the market as much of a chance as I possibly can from a trade management standpoint, as far as allowing the market, my trade, to just let it, you give it enough room to move, if you will, to try and reach down into that level around 17. So that's really where we're at right now, and I'll pause the recording and pick it up if one of these orders is filled. Okay, I've just resumed the recording. I've just gotten filled here short in the crude contract. As you can see, we're short from 50.50, and I'm going to have to put my stop in here at 50.60, so I'll just put a buy stop right there, 50.60. As a matter of fact, should that get hit, we're actually going to reverse on that particular one. So just want to bring you up to date on that. Let's take a look, see how the ES is doing. Okay, it's come right up. It hit 26.50, and our entry's at 26.75. So we just come within a tick of being stopped on that. So obviously not getting the kind of follow through I was hoping for. It could still happen. We've had a nice buying bar here that decelerated. Buying in the sense it took out yesterday, the previous bar's high, but selling because you can see it's actually a light red color, which means there's a lot more selling in this bar. So I think our stop is in a good spot here. So we'll just leave that the way it is for now. Go back and take one more quick look at the crude. Okay, right on our price here. So I'm going to go ahead and try and buy one back. We're short from 50. I think in this, okay, we've got a green bar here. Okay, that's good aggressive buying. We came down and touched on the low here, so I'm going to go ahead and put that buy limit in. I don't know how much we're going to get on this. I'm going to go ahead and put it in right in here at 45. I know that's only 5 ticks, but the kind of aggressive buying that we've got coming in here is obviously not exactly what I wanted to see. I'd rather see it come up here, test, and then get taken out. So anyway, we'll just leave it like that for now and pause the recording. Okay, we just got filled for the first objective. In this case, it was only 5 ticks, so pretty volatile here. So I'm going to just adjust this stop down to just one contract and bring it right here to break even at 50.50. So we'll see if we can get back down into this area in here, roughly at 35 or so. Would be the next objective to the downside. But I'm just going to let this, kind of unfold here for a minute. We've got the break even in on the second half, so we'll just kind of see how we're going there. So slight profit in the crude on the first half. We've got our break even in the second half of the position. Let's go take a look at the ES. Okay, good, it's coming off. That's what we wanted to see. So a little bit lucky there, obviously. It came up to within 1 tick of our stop. We're still in the game here on this guy. So I think the reason I got out of the crude was the crude is just usually so much more volatile, relatively speaking, than the ES. And I think the ES has a little bit more potential on the downside than the crude does, because I still think the crude is more of an up auction, whereas the ES is more on a day-to-day basis, kind of sideways, slightly up, but kind of sideways as well. So I just think there's more potential in the ES on the down than I do on the crude. So that's why I'm kind of managing them in a different fashion. But we know where our orders are and where everything is for now, and we'll go ahead and pause the recording and pick it up when adjustment has to be made. Okay, we did get just stopped on the ES, break even on the second half of the position. I put an order in here to buy to 1 tick above that 26.75 barrier, which was yesterday's low. So we had yesterday's low, we had the overnight low, and the next target down. Just couldn't seem to get below this low here. We tested here, came up, came down, didn't make a new low, and now we've broken through. So the other area of likely support here is towards the low of this green bar. if this market is really going to have a half decent rally, it should not get below the low of this green bar. Yeah, if it does, I don't want to be in the trade, so I'm going to put my stop just a couple of ticks below it at 26.50. So that's a sell stop there for 26.50, and that needs to be for 2 contracts. So we're long from 27. I'm sorry, 25.50 is the stop, not 26.50. So we're risking a 1.5 on this trade. So there we have that, and let's just go over and see how the crude is doing. Still nothing on that. We've got our buy stop above the market, so just waiting to see what happens there. Okay, I'll pause the recording. Okay, it took a little bit of a dip on that red bar. Did not stop us and has moved to make a new high. I put a sell limit in here. This is our next objective at 32.25. So I place this roughly at halfway, just below halfway mark, which gives us a 2-point profit on the first half of the position here. So those are the adjustments I've made on that. Once again, I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just restarted the recording. The market did come down and stop us here at a 1.5 loss on that trade. So this guy just doesn't seem to want to make up its mind. We're just going to stand aside for the time being. So I need to cancel this here. We still don't have anything going on here. So I'm just going to stop this recording, and I'll create a new one should we get filled in the crude. So that'll be it for today. Thanks for